Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Um, this is going to be a pretty short stream, actually. I just wanted to do a little bit of zigging today. Let me just share on the channels and then I'll start. Okay, let me turn on Twitch on my phone. Cool. Okay, so welcome to the stream, everyone. Let me begin. Okay, here we go. So, hello. I have, this is the 8th stream of my engine series, Engine and Zig. Today my plan is to do glTF, like add glTF loading and also creating meshes out of it, so that I can load some prettier stuff in the engine. So yeah, what is Zig down? Well, it's kind of in my Shakedown C++ engine inspired engine. Very lightweight. By the way, I did improve the README for the engine, which you can find here. Everything is in Nautica Zigdown, and I'm updating as I'm going. And today I've just added actually this gold section, which is like explaining what it is, inspired by my C++ engine, as I say. And yeah, what are the goals of this engine? To me, the goals are just to make it super simple to use. That's primarily, and to kind of wrap everything inside it. Wrap window making, rendering, model loading, seed and object creation, UI physics, and all with like good defaults, right? When you init, you should be able to like start the game in full screen and have everything ready. And basically, this is the structure. This is the minimal thing you can do. You know, just include the engine, call is running, and then everything is done inside here. You know, load, draw anything you want. So yeah, and everything you need to do is just, if you want to build it, clone this repo or download it and just run zig build run, and it will automatically run. And how does it look right now? Well, it looks like this. It just has two spheres. You can move around with your keys, and they're UV mapped, they move around. Well, it's kind of a terrible demo, but still work in progress. So yeah, don't use it for anything smart. Okay, just a moment. Give me a moment. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. So yeah, two nice spheres floating around. I did have these like quads that are moving around, but yeah, the main thing is that I have some basic lighting, right? Well, that's just a shader. And I can load textures, which is what I did on my last stream. So last stream was all about textures. Yeah, like, you know, adding textures, and then afterwards in the night I added, yeah, I fixed my texture issues and I abstracted into a struct. So now you can just call texture create and load it from a file, and then it will just automatically work. And also you can assign meshes to as uniforms. So yeah, if I go into my main, you can see that I'm creating a brick texture, a test texture, and I'm, you know, creating materials. Oh yeah, I also implemented materials basically, which are binding shaders and properties. Then I can just add a property. I can add texture, bind it to this this uniform name, and finally that just gets rendered automatically. I don't need to do anything. That gets automatically rendered with this command, right? Just rendering the scene. And here what I'm doing is that I'm capturing the scene because it's an optional. Just to make sure that if scene exists, render, right? Okay, so today I want to add another library. I want to add glTF, of course. Oh yeah, by the way, let me show you one more thing. I forgot about this. So the only thing that I wanted to add is, yeah, I said that I slightly improved README. Yeah, also my zig-C example, which I made on the last stream, or well, 2 streams ago, because it was actually 2 days ago, but the first stream, because I did 2 streams in one day. So in my zig-C, right, that's the one. This is like an example of, I have it actually in my repo. So if I wait, let me open it in a new repository, in a new tab. Zig-C lib example. So I made this repository just to like show how you can actually include C code in Zig. And I also wrote this a little summary. What do you have to do? Well, adding a C code to the project, and then you have to link libc in this case. Well, I had to. You don't have to, but I did have to link libc, which is the C standard library. And then adding the source file, stbimage.c in this case, and adding include paths, which is libs in my case. And then you make a czig with this kind of structure, right? You have to include the h file now, and then finally you can just use it as, if you put it in C, then c.stbimage, whatever you want, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that is, oh, it's still running actually. That's pretty much it. And by the way, I did add a little thing in this project. Let me show you. I add a little preview. So if you go to main, you can see that, you remember that if you've been here in my last stream, you may remember that I only had this code. I was just like, okay, well, just stbi load and that's it. But now I have a little more thing. Paint the image in terminal. Well, look at this. I can actually output the image in the terminal. If I build this, this is what happens. Boom. You can actually load and print the image in the terminal with, hashtags. And it was a really interesting exercise to do in Zig, because basically what I'm doing here is that I have these are ANSI colors, as they're called. These are the ANSI codes for each of the color, black, red, green. Yeah, there's only 10 colors. No, 8 colors. There's 8 colors, yes. And then basically each of these colors is like a point in 3D space, right? You can imagine that because each of them is a vector. And then I simply find the closest color to my color, and that is how I basically, I read the buffer that I got from the image, and then output a color with the, by using the closest color. Yeah, and that also, of course, works if you also run it in terminal. If I just go zig build run, yeah, there it is, except that it doesn't, yeah, there it is. I have to make it bigger, or maybe, yeah, smaller like this. So yeah, it was a cool exercise to do in Zig. And you see, it runs pretty fast, almost instantly, which is nice, even with all these characters. So yeah, let me grab my coffee and I'll come back and we can begin with glTF. Okay, I'm here. So, hello again. Here's my little image previewer, which you can actually find in the Zig CLib example. This repository was just meant to actually demonstrate that you can add C files into your Zig project and use it from Zig. But then I thought, yeah, if I'm already using an image loading library, why not include why not paint it as well? So yeah, that's how this happened. Anyway, oh, by the way, and the source of course is this one. Here's the source image. So yeah, that's the one. That's the image that I painted a few days ago. Okay, so let's go back. Added summary and ASCII painting. Accepted 2 pull requests, which tidied up color and shape. Yeah, so one of the streamers, which I forgot the name. Whoops, I'm sorry. Let's go into commits. There it is, Travis. Travis has submitted a pull request for like that converts the color that I was making on my past streams to be able to use bitcasts from RGBA to the vector, and this simplified the code a lot. So removed a few things, removed quite a lot of lines. But that's neat. If you want to bitcast struct to a different type, you do actually have to make it extern. I guess this doesn't do anything like, I guess this doesn't prevent any kind of optimization. I hope so. But yeah, it is a trick I didn't know, that yeah, you can do that. And because I actually use the whole file as the color, because the file is the struct in Zig, you can't add extern if you have like a top level declaration of your struct, right? So he had to wrap it in a struct, but then funnily he actually did a using namespace of all the color of all the rest, right? So you don't have to write it inside the color. You can leave the functions outside. It's a little bit of a silly trick, but maybe I should actually add all the color. Well, yeah, let me shut this down. Maybe I should actually put all the colors inside the struct itself, because this is kind of confusing. Yeah, so today what I'm going to do is I want to, yeah, of course, this stream is going to be all about glTF loading. But first, I actually want to move the stream text, how do you call it, the stream to do, into the repository, so that first everybody can see it, but secondly, I don't have to switch between two different VS Code projects, right? So yeah, let me actually copy this this file over. Let's see. I'm gonna just do it like this. So stream, and let's do it in top. Stream to do, and here we go. Okay, and I can now also push it. Added stream to do to the repo. Okay, so yeah. Now everybody can see the to-dos. I wonder how they actually render in GitHub. Let's check. Now, yes, now I push this. Stream to-do. Okay. Oh, it does actually render black and white. It doesn't know the to-do syntax, but at least you can see the check marks. They're well formatted, and you can see the empty ones. Cool. Not bad. Okay, and at some point I'm going to have another to-do for the entire engine, I guess. But for now, let's keep it as we go, like in just as part of streams. Okay, so now I don't need this project anymore. I have it all here. Nice. So done. The first task is done. Okay, glTF. Well, here's the thing. Yeah, by the way, what is glTF? Let me explain a little bit. glTF is like a model interchange format that was made by the Kronos group, who are maintaining the OpenGL and I think Vulkan as well. And basically what it is, let's see what says glTF. Okay, well, glTF overview, there it is. Basically, what is glTF? Oh, there is even a video about it. Disallow cookies, I guess. Cookies declined. Okay, so yeah, what is glTF? It's 3D scenes and models. Well, this is important, scenes, right? Because you can actually output entire scenes, not just models. And this is pretty cool because you can use your 3D modeling software as a scene exporter, basically, and for example, in Blender, right? Blender will actually export scenes, entire scenes, and embed models, and also embed textures, which is very useful. So you can basically use one file for all of your art, your 3D art. And yeah, so that is what I am and planning to do. And this is the same thing that I use in my own C++ engine. I have a glTF loader there that does it all for me. Okay, so, well, cool thing would be to actually find a glTF implementation. There is a C glTF implementation called C glTF. And if I look for C glTF, we can find this one. Let's see how old is this. 2 years ago, last year. Okay, this is pretty old. I don't know. Is there actually some newer version? Let's see. Did somebody fork? Shows that. Okay, yeah. But actually, I think that there is one. Yeah, if you maybe if I search for Zig glTF. glTF parsing for Zig. Yeah, I already searched for this one. This one doesn't have any info. And this was 3 years ago. I'm pretty sure that this code now doesn't work in glTF, in Zig. Samplers. Why is it initializing an empty, like an empty array? This is weird. Is this valid syntax still in Zig? I have no idea. Okay, so there's only a few helper functions. Animation support. Animation support? Okay, does glTF not have animation support? Unpack indices of arbitrary component types. Interesting. Program that displays glTF files. This could be an interesting thing to look at. glTF display. Last year. This is last year. I wonder if this is going to work. Let's try to build this. Git clone. Huh? Okay. No field member function standard release option. Yeah, this is too old. This is way too old. And I don't think that Zig has some kind of automatic upgrader, or does it? I have no idea, actually. So yeah, no luck with this. No luck with this. But what does it do? Okay, include. Okay, it does actually include cgltf.zig. I guess that's just reps. This is not really doing anything. Load buffers. C source. Yeah. Yeah, I can see it loads cgltf. But I think I've actually found something. Project Awesome, a general purpose program line. Okay, where is glTF here? glTF display. Okay, that's it. I think it was part of some engine. I don't know. Does Mach have glTF actually? No, it's a Model 3D. Yeah, Mach prefers Model 3D. I'm not exactly sure why. Compact featureful and former alternative to glTF. Up and coming compact featureful universal model format tries to address shortcomings. Yes, including their rationale. Freely usable ASCII color maps. What annoys me is that then that also requires using a different model format means that you need to have a different exporter from Blender and stuff. Then your entire pipeline changes by using another format which is not tested enough. glTF has a history now, so I think it's pretty stable. XKCD, there are 14 competing standards. Exactly. Yeah, it's that famous XKCD. Let's make a new standard. Now we have 15 competing standards. Yes. Anyway, yeah, I think was Zig glTF. I remember I found it somewhere. Well, okay, let's see. What if I just Google, just search it here. Language glTF. Yeah, a parser for Zig codebase. Which one is this? This project is written in Zig. When this? Oh, this was 3 months ago. A new std JSON API. Maybe this is usable. Import allocator. Oh, cool. You're actually giving it an allocator. Why does it use a self? What? Self init in a main? What is this about? Zig 011 is required. Okay, let's see if this builds. Does it have a main? It does have a main. Okay, let's try this. If this builds, then that would be cool to use. Oh yeah, why am I doing this? Let's do git clone. Okay, let's see. Zig build run. Alright, error. The following build command failed with exit code. What's the problem? Zig run. Okay, because it can't run. But it did build. Did it build? Okay, it did build. So I guess it works. It just doesn't have a runnable thing. Let's see. It doesn't have a run step. Yeah, it doesn't have any run steps. Okay, let's try adding it into my project. So test samples. It's weird. Why doesn't it have? Because it has a main. Mag filter. Arena allocator. Cool. Cool front page. I should make my front page as well. Zelgebra, is this like a reliable package, or should I just link zglTF? This one doesn't use zglTF, so I guess this is just pure parsing from scratch. Okay. Well, let's try it. Okay, let's add it as a package into my engine. So we're gonna have a new one. It's gonna be called zglTF.url. Let's copy the latest commit. Now I have to remember how this is done. What is this? Copy the full SHA. No, view commit details. Okay. Oh shit. Now I need to remember how to do this. Something archive. Something archive. Can I download this commit? How does it work? I need to remember. Okay, can I switch to this commit? Shit. Now I need to remember. How does it works? Code spaces, no. Clone, no. I want to download. Ah, there it is. I think you go like this. Okay, I'm gonna copy this link. And I'm gonna say this, but there should be a way to actually download this commit, I think. I always forget browse files. Okay, let's try this. Aha, there it is. Yeah, and now if I try to download, there it is. We have, this is the link. Oh. Okay, let's try this. And instead of zip, I'm gonna targs. There it is. Okay. Error expected comma, I guess. And this, there should be a comma here, and there shouldn't be a comma there. Right? No. How did it look before? Oh yeah. There's no comma. There's no... oh no, there should be. Ah, there should be no here. That's the problem. And then I don't have this one. Yeah, okay, let's try to build this. Let's see. Let's see, what does it say? What does it tell me? Building, terminal process builds, exited with codes. URL field is missing, corresponding hash field. Yes, hash is this. Okay, let's add a hash line. And there it is. We should be able to use it now. Let's build again. There it is. It builds. Okay, good thing that it builds. Let's try. Let's put it in our main. Oh yeah, I do need to include it in the build, right? I mean, it won't work if I don't include it. I need to understand how this works now. Okay, Mach module. Okay, so let's see. Let's add some. Okay, this is Mach. This is going to be glTF. zglTF. Okay, so does this build thing has a special build thing or not? No. So I need add module glTF. But it doesn't have like a link function. Is there an example how to use it? Install. Aha, there it is. Zig 11 is required. Add module Z. There it is. Okay, it does have a module after all. A module function. So parse morph targets extras. Oh, it doesn't have extras. I might actually need that. Okay, let's see. zglTF. Okay, we do this. Path to zglTF. Well, this should give me a automatic. No, wait. Add module. zglTF. Import. Yeah, I can do it in one line. I can say import zglTF. zglTF. Okay, like this. and then module B. Okay, let's see if this magical line works. Oh. Root struct of file build has no member name module. Yeah, this is what I thought. I mean, how does it have a build? Because it doesn't have module. Const module. Build module. Okay. Maybe it's called module with capital. No, but it's not exported. Update to Zig latest version. Let's see. Maybe I have to make it myself. Maybe I need to make my own module then. Create module path. What did it complain about? It complained that root struct of the file build has no member named module. Let's see, when did build change? How can I see symbols panel history? Okay. Update to the last Zig version. Okay, what does it say? glTF. Okay, that doesn't change anything. Try Zig module system. There it is. So instead of using a module, okay, there it is. So this is missing. This has been removed. Add pkg. Clean up build code. Yeah. Migrate to new for loop. Yeah, so here, this was actually removed here. Does this mean it will it work automatically? Actually, I have absolutely no idea. You know, I'm still confused about the build system when you're including other packages. Adds module. Maybe it happens automatically, because it will. I have no idea. Anyone else who knows how Zig modules work? Okay, let's just try importing glTF. Import zglTF. And then let me just use it somewhere. No package name glTF available within package root. Yeah, I do actually have to add it. That clearly means I need to add it. Okay. So I don't know. Add module. Okay, maybe I can make my own module. Create module. Okay, let's do this. B create module. But can you actually provide it? Not the source file. What is... Oh. Not the source file, but the build. A build file. Is that possible? Okay, but how do I get into the path of Zig, of zglTF? Is it possible to somehow... Okay, what if I get this module back? The module code. Migrate to new for loop. Why did they return this? Remove this. I don't... yeah, so what I'm confused about actually is... How can you use... How can you create your own build, your own zglTF if I have no idea where the files are? I'm pretty sure I need this. But yeah. Oh shit, I need to change the package then. Yeah, this is going to be this is rough. Is there a way to get the package path somehow? Dependencies. Source file. So yeah, how do I actually point into the source file of this package? That's the problem. I don't know. But can I actually... Oh, I'm confused. I'm just confused about how this... the adding modules from dependencies works. Not dependencies, but other projects. Try Zig module system. Okay, I thought that this is gonna be magical, but I don't understand this. So, what's my backup? What's my backup? Well, my backup is to actually just use the glTF instead of this. But I remember that there is another thing that I could use, and that is jock engine. That's it. It already has glTF somewhere. Dependencies in Zmesh, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So it actually wraps. There it is. glTF. It wraps glTF with this. So let's try to use this instead. Okay, I'm confused about this module thing. Wait, this is Mach. Why am I killing Mach? Okay, Mach. Let's put it here. This is GL. How does this look, I wonder? No definition found. Okay, I can't do that. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna grab jock. And copy glTF from there. Oh, I actually have jock already. Okay, let me add. Where was that? Deps. Zmesh libs cglTF. I'm actually going to just copy these. Just copy these into zig down. Okay, there it is. And I'm gonna use its wrapper, which hopefully it works without any other dependencies. I don't think it does have any dependencies. Deps. Okay, no, not key. Zig down. Okay, source. Let's use it like this. Okay. So, instead of this, we have glTF. In my czig, I'm going to add c include the other file, which is called cglTF. cglTF-h. Okay, so that my code can use it. Can you use like a dot? No, it can't. cglTF.h. That's good. And then in builds, I wonder if I need to do anything because I already have included path. Yeah, I do need. I need to add the source file. And that's gonna be dot file. I'm just gonna redo this thing. And that's gonna be it's from libs cglTF.c. And this, what happened here? Exe. I suck at typing. Okay, what if this is all in one line? Yeah, that's not a bad line. Let's do that. Okay, there we go. We're adding C source. And let's see. Okay, let's try to load it now. Instead of this, I'm gonna const glTF is going to be cglTF. Aha, there it is. We already have glTF stuff, which is all included in one file. Okay, so we already should have it. Let's see if it builds. Cool, it doesn't. What does it say? Terminal process file not found. Which file? Why doesn't it give me anything? File not found. zglTF. Let's remove zglTF. Oh yeah, no. I actually do want to use zglTF. Yeah, not C directly. So const glTF is import zcglTF zig. Okay. Which file is not found? Why is it not pointing me to anything? File not found cglTF libs cgltf.c. It's there. And the paths are included. cgltf h. What the hell? File not found. What file? Why is it not pointing me to anything? Am I missing something from my okay, link C, do this, add path using namespace. Now in your main you can use C. Okay. Is the C thing the problem? And now I have no idea what the problem is. That's the issue. Because the compiler just tells me file not found. Great. Okay, that's not the problem. I guess maybe this is the problem. Add source file. Okay, it's thinking. So there it is. Okay, so maybe that was the problem. Yes, looks like that's the problem. This line is the problem. Add csource file, but why doesn't it work? Because it's in libs, and there it is. cgltf dot c. Come on, find the file. And now it's magically building. What the fuck? What? Okay, this I don't get this. First it said file not found. Now it built. Okay, I have no idea what happened there. Okay, let's try. Maybe that's some compiler issue. Let's try to use glTF. Where is... Yeah, let me just put glTF. Okay, it works. Hey, we got something running. We got, I think, let's try to do this. Oh my god, glTF has everything in it. Cool. Okay, so Let's do a little bit of mesh loading. So I'm creating a quad and a sphere, loading brick textures. Okay, after creating a scene. Yeah, let me actually do this here, or maybe after everything. Okay, let's add a new section. Let's call it glTF. Let's try. Wow. How can you find these issues? I don't know. Probably I should submit an issue as well, but I have no idea what the issue was. I just reverted and maybe I can just pass the link to the stream in the issues. So yeah, I don't know what the problem was there. Maybe it was a dependency thing because I also included. Yeah, by the way, I can now uninclude from my package. Where is the package? Zone, there it is. I can actually remove zglTF. Yeah, let me actually comment it out because I might use it later if I figure out how to use the modules. Okay. Let's see if this still builds, even if I'm not using the package. There it is. Okay. So let's try loading some stuff. Hello. It seems like that might have been a Zig cache bug. Could have been, yeah. So, seems to be working. So how does glTF work? Well, it's basically a JSON that you can load a file, basically give it a file. Does it have load buffers? This is all structs. Does it have parse file? Okay, let's try parsing a file. Options, we might use the defaults. Let's try path. So I need a glTF, some glTF object. I don't have Blender here, so I can't make one. Test file. Yeah, I already Googled it. Sample models. Actually, you know what? I can actually just load. I have my N engine. I have my shakedown. So I can just take something from shakedown. Let's do a car. Spec 17. Or should I load a Moskvich? Let's actually add a Moskvich. Okay, is this the model file? What is the model file? What? 3D object. What? What extension is this? Why doesn't it show the extension? Probably one of them is a glTF, one of them is a GLB. Okay, let's do a spec 17 then. I think that this one is GLB probably. Not Zig game, but North K Zig down. Res, let's add it here. Okay. Can I actually preview it? Is this going to work? Oh, there it is. Well, yeah, it has a collider as well, so it sucks. But this is my rally car. You can see the Finnish flags in the windows. Yeah, this is the like convex hull that I use for collision. This thing on top, wrapped. The car is wrapped in it, so it's weird. So it looks weird. Maybe I have some tests as well, so I don't have to. Let's see. Where was the N engine? It was here. Common shaders, UV checker, tiny glTF, models, test cube. Okay, let's. Is this a glTF? Yes, it is. Let's try a test cube. Actually, zig down res test cube. Okay, let's see what it is. All right, there it is. This is the one I made in Blender for testing. And it tells you front, rear, up, left, down. You know, this is just like an orientation cube so that I can see that red is right, blue is forward, and this is up. Okay. Beautifully drawn in Blender directly on the texture. Okay, let's try to do load that one. Res test cube glTF. Isn't that a Windows thing where you need to turn on show diff file extensions? Yeah, somewhere. Don't you have view show? Okay, let's see. Yeah, this is, I'm not on my own computer, by the way. This is my friend's computer, so he doesn't have that turned on. Is there a way to customize? Maybe there is a way to, I don't know. Maybe this is not it. Where is it? In Explorer, at the header. File name extensions. There it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, there it is. I can see now. Oh, this is a glTF as well. Nice. Okay, so thank you for that, by the way. Parse file. And this is probably returns an error. Returns an error with data. Okay, so let's do a var data is try. So we need to try. Okay, let's see if this builds. If this doesn't build, we're fucked. Basically. Okay, it did work. Didn't throw an error. Nice. Let's see if this is some unknown object. What happens now? Ah, there it is. We have a thrown error. File not found. Perfect. Perfect. Nice. So it's a confirmation that it works. Okay, data. Accessors. Oh, why are accessors a multi how do you call this? Multi-object pointer? No, many item pointer. Yeah, and not a slice. I wonder. And then you have counts for everything. Maybe this library doesn't use slices. Assets. Okay, let's see. Well, the first thing that we want to do is find how many nodes there is. So we want to loop through nodes. No, first we want to actually create all the data. So let's see meshes. Meshes. Okay, yeah. No, first we need primitives. So for each of the primitives, well, why doesn't it have primitive? Meshes. Okay, maybe because let's see what is a mesh and why isn't there a primitive? Primitive. Okay, primitive is inside a mesh. That's the problem. Oh, and it's an optional. Primitives. Okay, yes, but meshes is a multi-item pointer, so it should be this, primitives, but it's required, so you don't need to, okay. So, basically, let's loop through for, oh, and because it's a multi-item pointer, I can't just do this, because it's an unbounded array. Okay, but can I actually do, yeah, let's see what happens. I think this is not gonna work because it's unbounded. Oh, it's an optional. Okay, well, that's my first problem. I should just unwrap. Unbounded for loop. Yes, you cannot use multi-item arrays or slices because they're unbounded. Yeah, so let's try. What if I add a indexer? Let's see. Is that going to work? Meshes count. Aye. Is this going to make it bounded now? Unbounded for loop. Okay, why doesn't it limit? Oh, okay. I think it works. I think it works now. So if you, oh, cool. So if you have one iterator, one range that is bounded, then it's not going to. Cool. That's great. Seems like a very thin C wrapper. Are those C pointers? That's too bad. Yeah, let's see. Data meshes 0. Oh yeah, mesh. Oh yeah, I'm have a mesh already. Mesh I. So basically now I have those primitives, right? Okay. Well, let me see actually in my own code. In my own code, what am I doing? In my engine code, how am I actually unpacking? And engine dev. I have a glTF reader. There it is. Okay, decode primitives and create mesh. No, I don't want that. I want try load from path. I have a loader. Okay. And then I load all meshes. Load from ASCII file. Load meshes to assets. No, there's actually another function. Load directly into C. I want to use that one. Model textures. Okay, so I have a model as a top thing. Textures, materials. So first I go with textures, and then I do materials, and then I do meshes. Okay, let's go with meshes actually, because that's going to be the first thing that I can draw. And you know, depending on how far I go. Primitives. Okay, let's loop through the primitives of a mesh. Is that how it works? Now I need to remember. Mesh. For each mesh in meshes. Oh, I'm doing this some weird thing. For each primitive. Yeah, for each primitive in a mesh. Yeah, basically. Basically, I need to do mesh primitives and then have a range of mesh primitive count primitive. Okay, so I captured a primitive. Oh, yeah, I'm not actually using the I. I'm just using it. Can I do this? Is that possible? Hopefully. What does it say? Input is not captured. For input is not captured. Oh, right. This is not captured. But I don't need it. So if I can discard it, that would be cool. Primitive. Okay, and then what I do? What do I do with the primitives? Okay. It has a material. It has a material ID. Which I don't care about. Aha, and then I just decode the primitive and create a mesh. For data meshes, 0 mesh count is how I would write that. Oh, right. That's true. That's true. I didn't think about that you can actually convert it into a slice. Yeah, let's do that instead, so that I don't need to have double captures everywhere with a nothing. That's true. I didn't think about converting a many item pointer into a slice. There we go. Okay. So, for each of the primitives, primitive index. Okay, I grab a primitive here. And then I have vertices and indices. Okay, well, I need to create a mesh. I need to create a mesh for each of these. So this is going to be a mesh. No, var mesh is mesh dot init. Right, that returns a mesh, and I'm going to pass it my default allocator. That will return me a mesh, yes. Okay, and for each of these meshes, I have vertices and indices. So I need to go through all the attributes. Right. For each of the attributes, do I actually log an attribute? Compare position. Compare. Okay, so I'm going through vertices here. Okay, let's do positions for the beginning. For data meshes is how I would write it. Okay, I read that. Yeah, thanks for that. Mesh init allocator. So, yeah. What was the thing? I go through each of the attributes, right? First attribute for each attribute in primitive attributes. Primitive attributes. Let's see. Does it have it? No. Primitive. How can I go to it? Okay, I have to do it like this. Primitive. It does have attributes required, and it's still it's a attributes count as well. Okay, so I can do the same thing for each of the primitive attributes in a slice of primitive Oh, I didn't write it correctly. Attributes. There it is. Primitive attributes count. There it is. And now I can capture attributes. And now I'm going to say that, oh yeah, attribute I need to see. Why doesn't ZLS work? It failed working. Now I have to check the code. So what is an attribute? It has a name, it has a type, index, data. Okay, so I need to check which name it is, if it's a position. There it is. Attribute first. What is first? Because it's no, it only has mutable C string. Attribute type. What is a mute C string? Okay, it's just a slice. It's a null terminated slice. A many item slice. How can I do that? So I have a name. How can I turn it into can I turn it into a slice? If it's null terminated, I can find the size of it. But how do I do this? I'm pretty sure that standard library has something like this. Convert to slice. Compare. No. Let's Google this. Zig. Many item slice to slice. That's not gonna work. Slices. I can automate. I'm pretty sure. Well, what's actually the C? And that's not the slice. std mem slice 2. Slice 2. Okay, let's see. std mem slice 2. I know it's not a slice. It's a many item pointer. Okay, it takes an array, a pointer to an array, a sentinel terminated pointer, or a slice, and iterates searching for the first occurrence of end. Yeah, so that's exactly what I need. Attribute name, and I'm gonna take the 0. Slice 2. Okay, slice. Let's just call it name. Hopefully that is okay. It is an unknown point. Unknown. Yeah, it will return the type of the pointer. Okay, so now I need to compare if name equals. That's probably not the. Can you compare two arrays, two slices? Actually, no. How do you compare a string in Zig? I haven't done this yet. Compare. No, it doesn't have a string. There must be is equal or something. Zig compare strings. Compare strings. Stud dot mem equal great of type u8, and we're gonna provide it. Oh, CMP. It's not CMP. What if yeah, maybe this is it. Maybe this is what I need. CMP is CMP like, I have a feeling like it existed before, but not anymore. Yeah, sorry, equal. Yeah, there it is. I found it already with the lag. I guess the stream then the stream lags quite a lot, actually. If you only see this like, I don't know, 20 seconds or something. Equal. So I have name, and I'm gonna compare this to, what is it, position. Let's try that. Position. If let's see if that works. I'm gonna just say log info found position. Mesh is not used. Why doesn't it? Okay, let's not allocate anything. Let's see, any issues that it's gonna find. Of course it is going to find. Expected type const u8 found questionable u8. Questionable u8. So does that mean it can have a name? Oh. What does that mean? It means that it can be a name or not. It may have it. It may not have it. Interesting. Okay, let's just unpack it. Let's see. Okay, it works. Found position. There it is. I found the position. Great. So if found position, I'm going to say for. I'm gonna loop through the number of positions of number of attributes. Well, okay, let's see. What is actually the number of vertices? Vertex count. Where did I get the vertex count from? Accessor count. Okay. And I guess that's a primitive accessor, no? Primitive has the accessor. It's a data. Yeah, seems like a little lag here. Twitch video was buffering a few times earlier, so maybe that's why. Let me remind myself. Where is this accessor from? Accessor. It is from. I need to fetch the accessor from the attribute. But no, it is actually a pointer to the accessor. So I can grab it directly from the attribute, hopefully. Okay, so found position, then I need to grab an accessor. Attribute accessor. And it's not an optional, so okay, that's it. And then the accessor has, what does it have? It has component type normalized, it has a count. Okay, I guess this is it. I guess I need the count. And I need the data as well. So the data is, where is the data? Vertex count. Reserve. Yeah, I can actually create. I actually need to create. Yeah, now I need to take a mesh. And if I have the count, that's going to be my vertex count. Mesh vertices. Can I resize? How do you reserve? Ensure total capacity. Oh. Sorry about that. Accessor count. Add many as array. Add many as a slice. Allocated slice. Append. Append assume capacity. Init capacity. Aha. This is, but I need to pass it an allocator. That's the problem. Can I not pass an allocator, but set capacity without it? Ensure total capacity seems like what you want. Okay, well, yeah, let's try that. Vertex count. Okay. So this is basically going to allocate me memory for enough for the vertex counts, but not main change anything. Modify the array so that it can hold at least new capacity items. Invalidates pointer if additional memory is needed. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to loop through the data, but the data, now I need to find, is it in the accessor? Is the data in the accessor or not? No, it's in the attribute. Looks like it. Accessor data. Okay, let's look for the accessor. Wait, this is the same thing. It's in the primitive, no? Now I'm a little lost. Mesh primitives. Why doesn't... Okay, let me actually restart. Maybe ZLS is a bit broken here. Let's see, what is this complaining about? It's complaining because shadows captured from other scope. There is another mesh somewhere. Where is mesh? Okay, no, there is another mesh somewhere. Sphere mesh. Where is the mesh in the outer scope? It's this one. Yeah, so this is the game mesh. I remember that I had the same problem in my in C++ code that I then called game mesh because it was the same name. Okay. Maybe that's why ZLS didn't work. Okay, so it works now, but there it is. It doesn't accessor. What does it say? Why does it complain? No definition. Attribute. Oh, the attribute points to the data. Yeah, the data is the accessor. The accessor should access the data as well. It makes sense, right? It's called accessor. Now, instead of append, you can use append assume a capacity. I see. Nice. Give me a moment. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go in like 20 minutes. So let me just get to drawing, just loading some vertices, right? And then I'm gonna end. I hope I will be able to at least get some vertices. Okay, so let's repeat. Okay, so the accessor should have some data, no? Should point into my data. Where is the model buffers. Oh, that's how I'm getting it. Buffers. Okay, buffer view. What the hell is a buffer view? Buffer view. Okay, let's see if in this case it might be a pointer. Attributes. Buffer view is part of the accessor. Okay. So, okay, it doesn't give me a buffer view. But this is the problem. I think, I'm looking at the, okay, a buffer view. There it is. Okay, so it is a pointer to the buffer view. And what does the buffer view give me? A buffer view gives me the buffer. Okay, so it's all pointers here. Unlike in C++ code, it's actually giving me all the pointers right away. So I can just get accessor, buffer view, buffer view. And the buffer view is... Okay, let's see. Buffer view is an optional pointer. Okay, let me just for a moment restart. Maybe restart VS Code. Maybe ZLS is gonna start working. Okay. Is it? Come on. Come on, try harder. Buffer view. Oh no, it doesn't work. Okay. And the buffer view. Come on. Come on, ZLS, give me something. Okay, so the buffer view has an access to the buffer, which is, okay, in this case, it's not an optional. So buffer, okay. So buffer view. And it's not giving me a type. Okay, well, I guess ZLS doesn't work here. Buffer. Okay, let's store that in the buffer. Buffer is buffer. Let's do this. So, buffer is what? What is a buffer? What is a buffer? Well, it's not giving me anything. Buffer is oh, it's its own struct as well. It's not just pure data. Data is any opaque. So I need to cast it into something else. Loaded by load buffers. Oh, do I need to call load buffers? Data any opaque. Buffer data. Let's see how I'm doing it here. Am I... Okay, I have the buffer. Aha, I am casting it. Casting the data. Oh my god, what am I doing here? Positions. Okay, the first thing is sure. The first thing is for sure, and that's that I'm going to loop through 0 to vertex count for sure. That's the only thing that's, let's call it VI, vertex index. I think the problem is that data attributes needs a dot equals. No, but the thing is that it should give me a type as well, and it's not giving me a type. Like, this thing is giving me the information about everything. But this thing is like accessor unknown, you see. Unknown type. Like, why? Because it's super simple data meshes. Oh, okay, it does work up to a point. I guess because we're so deep, it doesn't work. Because I'm unpacking the mesh, and now I'm unpacking the primitive, and I'm unpacking the attribute. So I guess it's just too deep for ZLS to work. Whenever I run into a problem like this, I try to build. The compiler will tell you. Yeah, I don't have a problem for now. But let's see. Okay, so the buffer holds the data. Which is here. And okay, so how do I unpack the data? Oh no, I'm using a macro here, so it's completely unreadable. Cast into positions. Yeah, I'm basically casting. This is a cast into. I'm casting into a type. Jesus, what am I doing? I'm casting the positions. What is the positions? Name. Ah, I'm just calling it positions. And casting it into a vector 3. Okay, how does casting into from an any opaque work? Can I bitcast buffer buffer data 0? Okay, let's try bitcasting into a float. And let's see if something happens. I'm just gonna take the first one. Let's hide this for now. I don't need to hide actually. And I'm gonna cast into a float as f32. Actually, if I do this, is it gonna work? I wonder. Yes. Let's do a log info. Okay, hopefully this is the first vertex position. Hopefully. Let's see. Unless I get some kind of a segmentation fault. Okay. Here we go. Problems. No field name accessor instruct attribute. Yeah. It doesn't even exist. Accessor. How come it doesn't exist in attribute? Oh, it's not accessor, it's called data. Okay, I am stupid. The accessor is actually called data. You see, this is why ZLS is precious. But it's still giving me unknowns. Pointer cast probably. Oh. Okay, now this doesn't work because I need to try. And then this doesn't work because... Okay, what am I using? Buffer accessor. Buffer. Oh, now it gives me types. Okay, so I guess I fucked it up with this .data. Accessor buffer is an optional. Buffer view. No, buffer does not support indexing. Any opaque does not support indexing. And it's also unpacking. Does this support indexing? Okay, it doesn't. Any opaque does not support indexing. Okay, so I guess I need to do a ptr. That pointer. No, it is a pointer itself. You say it's pointer cast, but pointer casts into a pointer type, no? So what if can I actually dereference any opaque? I doubt. No, it wouldn't be possible. Yeah, I get it. I think I need to pointer cast, and then I need to dereference it, basically, right? And yeah, this is a pointer. Use as to provide. Okay, yeah, I need to cast it into F32 pointer. The pointer of F32. Let's see if that works. And then okay, what does it say? Cast increases pointer alignment. F32 has alignment 4. Use align cast to assert pointer alignment. Okay. Well, this is now dangerous because it might not work. Is there an unaligned F32 actually? Hopefully this data is actually pointer alignment cannot coerce into element type. Use pointer cast to cast pointer element type. Well, I did it. It looks good. Pointer cast buffer data. Yeah, looks good for the missing dot. Okay, can I just not care about alignment somehow? Can I get directly the data from the thing instead of casting it into a pointer? Pointer cast, align cast. Yeah, but what's the type of align cast? Is it going to infer it? Is it going to double infer it? Align cast, and then you pointer cast. But, okay, well, now it's not complaining anymore. Let's see. All right. It has thrown an error. Attempt to use null value. Which one is that? Is it here? Yes, of course. Okay, the data is null. Maybe because I haven't loaded the buffers. Do you need to have load buffers? You know what? I was thinking, does this zig thing have an example? Well, okay. Data, parse file. Okay, maybe this only parses the file. Is there a load buffers? glTF load buffers. Load buffers. Why doesn't it give me ZLS? ZLS, come on. No, I didn't want that. ZLS. Okay. Load buffer. No results? How is that possible? Load buffers. Options. Data. Okay. glTF path. Load buffers. And then it gives you a nothing. Okay, maybe I need to load buffers first. glTF load buffer. This is why it doesn't give me, because I mistyped. Okay, let's pass it the data and the path. Why do you need the path again? If I already... So I think the reason why load buffers and data is different is because you can pre-allocate, you can get... Okay, and you need to try this. It's because you can do like a view into all the counts and, you know, prepare your meshes before you actually load your buffers. That's why I think it exists. And that, by the way, doesn't exist in the C++ version. Okay, it worked, and it's minus 2.964, which seems legit. I mean, it's a reasonable number. It's a reasonable number. Okay, so let's cast into vector 3s now. Thank you for that help about pointer casts. I wouldn't be able to figure this out myself, I think. I would spend forever to cast this. Okay, so let's try to cast this into a vector 3. Can I just cast into vector of... Is this just going to work? I wonder. Don't do this, please. Okay. And this is going to be vec. Okay. Let's output the 3. The 3 values. Vec. Compile error, missing count. Missing count. Unused arguments. Aha, of course. Unused arguments. Actually, I think you can output vec directly. It should work in Zig's FMT. There it is, -5, 3. Yeah, this is definitely a 3, 5, 3 coordinate. Cool. Okay, let's now get all the vectors. You know what? I haven't submitted anything. Let's quickly do this. I forgot that. Let me only submit the test cube. Source. Yeah, I've changed this. Oh, I even added the... Okay, wait. Let me just first put this. Okay. Yes. Yeah, no, let's do everything. glTF, I didn't actually change. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's just commit everything. Okay, added glTF. glTF loading first vertex. Okay, I can even push it. Okay, so for each of the vertices, we're gonna do a buffer, and yeah, let's unpack the data here. Var, let's call it vertices. Vert data. Okay, and then I'm gonna provide data, except that this is going to be, can you actually do, so any opaque is not indexable, isn't it? Was that the problem already? I forgot. Can I actually convert it into an indexable, I wonder? Ah, it doesn't have a vector now. Okay. Let's do it like this. VI. Yeah, this is going to be for each of the VIs. Vertex data. Yeah, I am not using data. I'm using vert data. Okay. And let's see. What does it say? Of course, any opaque does not support indexing. Must be an array slice tuple vector. Okay. Let's see. Can I actually convert it into a many item pointer somehow, so that I can index it? Or does it support slice syntax like this? Well, it's actually going to be vertex count by 3. Will that work? I doubt. Any. What is any? Slice of single item pointer. Slice of single item pointer. Oh, that's a problem. Yeah. How does converting into a slice work? Seems like you might want to convert it above at var buffer. Yeah, I can do that as well. That's true. I don't need to do it in the loop. But okay, how do I convert an any opaque into an indexable thing? Any is a format specifier, works for arrays. I still don't understand how to use this any. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna get any help if I try to do this. Any opaque to indexable. How can I cast? Oh, there it is. How can I cast any opaque to const? Wow, there's actually a Stack Overflow. Any opaque is... Okay, result. Pointer cast. Okay, you can do a pointer cast to a many item pointer and then do a slice. Let's do that. Okay, so that's actually possible. Print any array or vec. Any is a format specifier. Oh, I see. Okay, so yeah, let's actually do the vert data directly here. So that's going to be pointer cast. Item count is going to be vertex count. But I'm going to cast it. Can I cast it into a vector 3? Whoops, not here. And this any opaque is gonna be my buff. What was it? Buffer data, right? Buffer data questionable. Buffer data unpacked. Okay, does this work? Vertex data. Okay, what does it say? Cast increases pointer alignment. Oh my god, alignment again. Use align cast. Okay, there we go. So now we can just take a vector as vert data and then like this. Is that going to work? Hopefully. So that casts into a vector of many items and then unpacks it as a slice. Let's see. Does that build? And then I have to go. So no indices for now. That's gonna be in the later. Okay, there it is. So here we go. Here are my indices. That looks good. 0, 1. I think these are probably the indices. And they don't repeat, right? They're not the same across the... Oh! Maybe they are. Wait, this is 1.4. This is 1.4. Are they moving pyramidally? This is the same one as well. No, I think that this is a dramatic change between the two. So they're not, okay, they're not like overlapping each other. That's good. Okay, so I think I've unpacked my vertices. And now what I can do is I can, for each of these, I can add a vertices, what is it? Mesh, game mesh dot vertices dot push, append. Okay, for now I'm just gonna append each of them, and then I'll do a append slice later. And yeah, you said there is append assume capacity, which probably is a try, right? No, it's not a try. Self is sufficient to hold an initial item. Does not invalidate pointers. Yeah, so let's assume that, no, let's for safety, I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna do this just to make sure for now. Optimize later, right? And I'm gonna append a new vertex. And this vertex position is gonna be dot v is vec. I think this is the correct way to do it. It's already active. Oh, I'm already rendering. Let's see if that works. Nope. There's a problem. Expected type found type of enum literal. What? Okay. I need to do this. I think I forgot this. Oh, and this needs to be equals. Like this. Of course. There we go. Okay, so we have some mesh with indices. Hopefully, but we don't have any indices. So, yeah, okay, I'll be back at some point, maybe tomorrow, and I'll add the indices. Unfortunately, it didn't, you know, there is no, we don't see any meshes right now, but it exists. It's somewhere in the game, and it has some meshes, and hopefully that's good. Oh, did something happen? Ensure capacity precise. What the hell? Something leaked. Memory address leaked. This is because I did not deallocate the mesh. Yeah, I know. So I definitely have to do this mesh outside. Yeah, I need to keep a list of meshes actually, so that I can destroy them afterwards. But yeah, for that I actually need the, what is the name of it? Like an asset manager that holds all the meshes. Because right now all the meshes are just like bare bones outside. But I definitely need to simplify that. Okay, so what have we done on this stream? I've added model loading. It worked, but not with the zglTF, but with the cglTF. Created objects and meshes. Partially. Created objects. Not objects, but mesh. Created, yeah, let's go with this. Created single mesh and pushed some vertices. That's it. Okay, for the next stream, I'm gonna do the rest and abstracting with Asset Manager. Cool. Okay, so I have to run. I doubt I will be available tonight. Maybe I will do a super late stream, like at past midnight or something. But yeah, I will try to get, yeah, and I'll do the next stream tomorrow. Okay, hope to see some nice meshes on screen. Yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye. Oh, I'm gonna push the this into the latest, so you can play around it if you want. Okay, bye.